And good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. It was last week that Mayor Justin Bibb, the mayor of the city of Cleveland, put out his budget proposal. In that budget proposal, although it has to be approved by the city council, an interesting way to handle some of the many hundreds of openings within the city of Cleveland. They have openings for lots of different departments. The one that comes to mind that everybody pays attention to the most is the Cleveland Police Department, and there are hundreds of openings. At last count, they had 300 openings, albeit they did hold a job fair at the end of 2023 that looks promising to fill some, but not near all of those openings. So the mayor of the city of Cleveland in this proposal has a unique way, or an interesting proposal, to try and maybe shift some of those openings. And they've been on a little bit of a public relations tour since the releasing of these numbers, because they want people to know, according to the mayor's office, that they're not eliminating positions, they're doing more of a shift. Part of that PR sort of tour is a tweet and some graphics that went out this morning that is trying to walk the public through what the mayor is proposing. They say, for example, that they have 125 vacancies within 4 departments. This is just all hypothetical, that they've got maybe 65 vacancies in public works, building and housing 25, human resources 20, community development 15. And they state that in the current policy, only those departments can use those openings. They can only stay within those departments. That's why they're budgeted for that department. But the mayor's proposal is to take all of those openings, and instead of just having them sit unused, unpaid in one particular department, the mayor wants to create one big vacancy pool that would allow any department or division to hire from that pool. It is an interesting proposal, and one that he would need to get the city council to sign off on. So how does the city council feel about that? How does at least City Councilman Mike Polensek feel about that? He is joining us live via Zoom here. Good morning, Mr. Councilman. How are you today?
Good morning. How are you?
Well, we appreciate you having this conversation with us. Let's also point out, not only is Mr. Polensek the longest serving city councilman in the history of the city of Cleveland, he is also the head, the chair of the Public Safety Commission that deals with those police openings. Mr. Polensek, we've just gone through this proposal from the mayor. Let's take all these openings, let's put them in a pool so that they can be hired in other divisions. Give me your initial reaction to this proposal.
Since I just saw it today, a lot of questions, a lot of concerns. You don't hire police from a pool. You hire police for specific positions. You hire community development people for specific positions. Same with public works and building and housing, the health department, every other department. You hire for specific positions. Our concern is that those open positions have not been filled. So here we are today. We have all these openings. We don't have enough building inspectors. We don't have enough health inspectors. We know in the police department, we lost 165 officers last year. So how does a pool address that? We have to provide service. We are not a temporary hiring agency like Minutemen. We hire for specific positions. We hire for specific tasks. So you're going to create a pool, and you're going to take, so let's say community development. You're going to take people that have skills for community development. You're going to have them pick up garbage or fill potholes. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's realistic. So I'm open. I'm open to hear what their proposal is. I'm looking forward to the discussion in detail. But when I look at the budget book that we just received on February 1st, the first time in all my years down here, the book is confusing. I can't track one year to the next year. I've never had that problem. It's like, why do you want to confuse us? Why do you not want to address and fill the open slots and positions that we have? Or if you're having a problem, if it's pay or whatever, explain to the body. The body's been very supportive of trying what we do, just like we increased the pay for police officers. We created a hiring bonus. We did all this stuff that we've been asked to do, and then we've done above and beyond that. So we're willing to assist in any way possible. But explain it to us. Give us some logic, some justification as to how this is going to work. I can't see how it's going to work.
Let me be devil's advocate here. Let's say in human resources, you've got some of the numbers they were saying. Maybe you have 65 positions open. Those are positions that have been budgeted for. So that money is technically sitting there. If those jobs go unfilled for an entire year, doesn't that mean that money could have been spent better somewhere else?
Dan, shouldn't the emphasis be on filling the positions, aggressive recruitment and hiring? What did I advocate for 2 years for the Division of Police? Never took place. Aggressive recruitment and hiring. So now we find ourselves in a terrible situation within the Division of Police. You've got to set your priorities. You got to get your priorities straight here. And it's about filling critical positions. We are elected to serve, to provide services to our citizens. We're not here for glitz and glamour. We're here to provide services. And if you don't have the people in these departments and divisions, you can't apply and provide services. And that's what we're seeing from one department, one division after another. That's got to change. Aggressive recruitment and hiring. They made a terrible mistake in the Division of Police by not doing that right out of the gate. We've all paid a terrible price for it. We don't have enough building inspectors. We don't have enough health inspectors to go out there and check for stores that are selling outdated or nasty food on their shelves. We got to get back to basics in this city. It's all about resetting our priorities. We got to get back to what our priorities should be in city government. So again, explain the hiring pool. I need to understand how someone who has skills for community development or working in personnel, you're going to shift to picking up garbage or filling potholes. I need to understand that one.
Yeah. But it does appear that those are just the open positions within a department. So if it's sitting open, let's not let it just be for public works. Let's send that to the pool, and that could be in any other department if they need more help. You're saying you don't understand it. You want more details. What does the mayor and his staff have to do to sell you on this plan?
Oh, they have to show me it's going to work. And it's going to address the service concerns that we all have, whether it be public service, whether it be, again, health department, building and housing. You can't use it for the Division of Police. That's a given. That you can't use a pool for that because you have to have a trained police officer. So at the end of the day, explain to us, but then also explain why the budget is so different than it's been in the past. Why you have to now just dig and dive to find the things that you need to understand. That was never like that in the past. Let's quit all the fancy crap. Let's get back to basics, what we need to do here to provide services for our people.
So I believe this is the mayor's second budget. He's obviously in his first term. Is this a growing pain? Is this, as you suggest, maybe some sort of fancy footwork trying to get a budget through? What do you think this is?
I don't know what it is. Is it bait and switch? I don't know what it is at this point. So again, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be asking questions, as my colleagues will be asking as well. Our goal is to provide the best services that we have with the revenue that we are receiving in this city. That's our goal. That's our goal. That's my goal. Goal of city council, provide those services.
As we wrap this up, explain to our viewers how this works. This is the mayor's proposal. What happens next, and when do we need to get a vote on this?
It's called the mayor's estimate that came to us on February 1st. Once it comes to us, then it's the people's budget. And so we're going to go through it line item by line item, division by division, section by section. And at the end of the day, we're going to be voting up or down, and it has to be passed by April 1st. It's the most important role and job that members of city council have. It's our annual budget. It's how the city functions from year to year. So we have a lot of work ahead of us, a lot on our plate, and I look forward to it.
It sounds like you do have a lot of work, and we appreciate you carving out some time for us today. Councilman Mike Polensek, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
You're always welcome, Dan.
All right, take care, sir. We're going to wrap up this conversation. Again, this was sort of this new idea from the mayor that was floated early last week. How does this work? We know that a lot of those positions, especially within the police department, are going to be tough to fill. This is a problem happening nationally, not just here in Cleveland, having trouble getting officers to sign on the line. And so instead of budgeting and having those positions sit open, the mayor has a new proposal to create this pool that then any department could hire from. If we have any more breaking news, it'll be here on our digital platforms. Our noon news just got underway on Channel 19. Otherwise, look for our 3.5 hours of news when we start at 3 o'clock on Channel 19. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.
Alrighty, Councilman Polensek and staff, thank you very much for the time. We appreciate it.